And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with more relaxation with the moo. In the last episode, Froggy did not love us. Froggy abandoned us. Froggy does not care for us. But despite this, we can learn to move on together. We can grow together. And we can achieve enlightenment as we see the stars coming out of the sky and the moon, very full, arising again, like the phoenix from the ashes. I hope you're relaxing again. You're doing the breathing exercises. And shortly, I will show you how one can easily move on from a lost love like Froggy. All one has to do is enter into the swirling vortex of drugs, watch the moon, the sun, and the shooting stars fall from the sky. And once you're ready to move on from that lost love, step forward into the circle of the unknown. As we swirl round and round quickly and quickly, the world goes blind, and then we watch as the dragonflies die all at once. Aren't you relaxed? This is kind of creepy. I don't know what to make of this, but hopefully it's relaxing. There are more mushrooms on the ground, the green trees. These things, whatever they are, I don't think we ever agreed on what they were. We just know the fact that they are, they're things. Mushrooms, reeds, I'm not sure, but they're relaxing. As we explore this fall fogginess, it almost looks slightly creepy as there's a fog in the distance. But listen to the relaxing music in the background that you probably won't be able to hear. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out shortly. I'll find out in post. And if you can't hear it, at least you'll hear the relaxing sounds of my voice. As everything is going calm, everything is growing serene. You feel the tension in your body just melting away as you unwind. You know what helps me unwind? Not staring at dead dragonflies, that's for sure. It's watching as leaves fall out of trees. It's the sign of life. In spring, everything is alive and vibrant, but during the fall, things slowly start to die as we all must one day die. Doesn't that bring you a bit of comfort and serenity, knowing that one day your miserable existence will come to an end, and you will be as forgotten as the day you were born? Relaxing. Breathe with me now. Relaxing. It's what we do here at the Moo Stream, the Moo Channel. We relax. As we pass by the rock once again. Again, we notice the fact that everything is, we see as life is slowly fading from this world. The trees are slowly dying. The sun, it's full again. And yes, children, when you stare into the sun, you go blind. I would never recommend it. Parents, tell your children never to stare into the sun. Only if they're playing Proteus. Even then, their screen may get messed up. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I just know that staring at the sun and Proteus is one of the most relaxing things you can do other than walking by the womb rocks. That didn't womb. Neither did that one. The womb rocks are broken now, because that's what happens in the fall. Even the rocks which made the bass sound, they're broken, they no longer work. As we see the rain falling, the fog rolling in, these stones are slowly dying. and the sun turning green, obviously because of the fact it's getting ready to turn into a black hole. It's slowly fading in the west as it turns green. So does the skyline. There's a tornado warning somewhere on this island. I don't know where, but there's nowhere to go. When the atmosphere turns green, children, find shelter. Find a deep well to jump into. You don't want to die from a tornado. Drowning in a well is so much more exciting. These guys again. But we saw a green sun and green atmosphere. Not a cloud in the sky, but frankly, I'm slightly scared, children. I don't know when the storm will hit, but we may get sucked up at any moment. Because life isn't like the Wizard of Oz. We're not going to meet the Tin Man. We're not going to see the Scarecrow or help the Lion find courage. If a tornado hits, we die. Isn't that relaxing? Look, children, we've spotted fireflies. Don't you like fireflies? The creepy little lightning bugs that we saw. When I was a child, I loved looking at lightning bugs. I always wanted to grab one in a bottle, but I never could. There are no bottles in this game, so there's no way I can even try to live my childhood dreams through this game. Because just like all dreams, they fail. Children, don't follow your dreams because they fail. They will die. Just like the plane I made in camp recently. I made a plane that I called My Hopes and Dreams because every time I flight it, wow, even my grammar is terrible when I'm trying to relax. I called it My Hopes and Dreams because every time I tried to fly it, it would crash into the ground. Just like dreams, children, your dreams will crash into the ground. You will be a failure. Isn't that relaxing? How do we get over the dashed dreams of a life wasted? Well, once again, we wait until the moon to come out and for the stars to shine, and we wait and stare and look at the green skyline as another tornado warning comes into effect. Oh no! Quickly, children, run into the circle before we die! And with that, we enter into the final season of Proteus. Now, you don't have to do it like this. I just wanted to show you everything. And yes, children, the final section of Proteus is the final section of life, and that is death. And children, we all need to understand that one day we're going to die. Just like this tree right in front of me. It is dead. It has ceased to be. It is black. This tree over here, dead. Those dragonflies we saw fly to the ground. They were dying in the fall. They are now dead and covered in snow. Children, isn't that relaxing? You should get used to the notion right now. Your existence is temporary. And at the end of the day, at the end of the week, there is nothing you can do about it. It's much like the oubliette in the movie Labyrinth. Your casket, your grave, it's an oubliette. It's where you put people in order to forget. One day, people will walk by your grave, much like this one. I could look at the name that's on it, and guess what? I don't know who's in it, children. It doesn't even make a womb sound. That's how it means one day you'll be like this man right here. The person in this grave, the one who you're staring at, and you go, I wonder who this person was. You'll never know, children, and no one will ever know who you were. There's nothing that can be done about it. Life is waste. Are you relaxed yet? I hope so. I'm getting more relaxed as the hours pass on. Do you hear that, children? There's little blinking things on the ground. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fireflies we saw earlier. They're dying as they're freezing to death, and they're blurting out little light glowing SOSs. Save us, Mr. Cow. Save us all from this cold, damp, lonely demise. And there's nothing, children, I can do to save them. absolutely nothing I can do to help. And so, children, at the end of the day, the most relaxing thing you will ever know is that life is waste. The fireflies that you see flying in the sky, they will one day die. The people you once knew, they will one day die. Everything you once experienced, it will one day die, children. And there's nothing you can do about it. As it snows on these poor fireflies, whose only crime in life was being a firefly. We reflect on lives wasted. Children, ask yourselves, what are you doing with the time that you have available? As we notice life in a few of these trees, very, very few of these trees. Children, things are changing before us. Everything is turning green. Why? Because this is a nuclear winter. And then the snow is green during a nuclear winter. That's right, children. Proteus takes place during or after the scenes of one of the Fallout games. I'm not quite sure. We are the only human beings still alive, or maybe we're a super mutant. I don't know. All I know is everything is changing around us. It's snowing more and more. Things are going damp, growing cold, growing painfully obvious that as we have entered the winter of this game, so too everything enters a winter. We're going to take a moment to rest and have a moment of reprieve as we reflect on the futility of life. Wait a minute, children! We're rising up from the ground! What has happened? Is this that rapture I've heard so much about? Children, where am I going? What is happening? Why am I floating into the sky? Are you relaxed? Hopefully you're not afraid of heights, because if you are, look at the beautiful clouds, children. Look at the stars. We're going into space, children. You know what that means? It means we're going to die because there's no oxygen in space. It's just cold. It's wet. I don't know if it's wet, but it's cold. And there's no air. And there's no sound as we watch the meteor. I don't know. Maybe that's a plane. Shoot an SOS out, children. Maybe they'll save us. Oh, there's another plane. Maybe they're rising into the sky such as we. I can't see the ground anymore, children. What's going on? Hopefully you've enjoyed this relaxing adventure through the islands of Proteus. I know I have. As we focus on the moon and we watch the stars as we continue to float into the sky. We just didn't miss a shooting star, children. Why did we miss that shooting star? Can you see any of the galaxies right now? Again, we're going to die as the gravitational pull has disappeared on this planet. We're slowly moving into the air as it gets thinner and thinner. And I don't know about you, but I feel slightly lightheaded right now. It's probably the most relaxed I've ever been because the oxygen flow to my brain is almost non-existent now. I'm seeing every so often little dots in front of my face. I think you may be seeing them as well, children. I think it's the fact that we're dying. We are slowly dying. Well, at least we get to be relaxed as we died. Are you doing your breathing? You better take as many deep breaths as you can, because things are getting thinner and thinner by the second. I can just barely see those treetops. The ground beneath me is non-existent. There's nothing but stars moving through the sky and the moon in the sky. And I'm getting more dizzy, children. Whoa! Everything has disappeared underneath me. What has happened? Where are we going? I can't fight this anymore. I'm dying! Slowly fading! Ah! Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Moo's ASMR. Hopefully this was able to relax you, to calm your nerves, and you can go about having a better day as you relax with the Moo. And remember, anytime that you feel like life is a bit much and you need to relax, remember there's always our ASMR video, and you can watch it as many times as you want. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye now.